guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? Hope you had a great week this past week as the market gave us plenty of opportunities to capitalize on. In this video, I want to talk about my analysis for gold, and I'll be starting off with the weekly time frame and work my way down to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the weekly time frame, we can see that price tested this support area here around the 1937 area, which also coincided with the trend line, and then price ended up bouncing to the upside, got to the 1980 area, and when price got to 1980 area, we can see that there was a support on resistance there. And when price got to that level, which coincided with the period of the NFPs, and then you can see that there was a massive rejection from that resistance area. So even though there was some fundamentals in play when price pushed to the downside, technically speaking, we would have been expecting that because there was a resistance level there as well. And that's why now on this weekly time frame we have the doji candle formed, and this doji candle forming on this upward trend line and support area, one of two things can happen, and it's going to be a significant move as well. So it will either be price breaking the trend line as well as the support level, or price forming a more bullish candlestick pattern for the next coming week and then pushing price to the top. Now, if the candlestick patterns that forms this coming week pattern on the weekly time frame is a bearish one, that means breaking through the support as well as this trend line and closing below the 1937 zone, then that means that we should be expecting more significant down move, most likely all the way down to the 1800 level. Okay, that's if there's a break of this trend line. But if this trend line should hold, and if next week's the next weekly candle closes bullish, then definitely I can say with full confidence that price will most likely push higher, getting all the way to the 2070 level, maybe in the next couple of weeks or so. And that's what we can see broadly speaking from the weekly time frame. Now, if we get down to the daily time frame, that gives us a closer look of what is happening exactly. Like I mentioned, price bounced from this support area here that we were expecting, which also coincides with the trend line, and then got to the resistance area, 1980 area, before you can see the Friday candle, this very strong bearish candle, pushing back down into the and heading towards the support level here at the 1937 area, which also coincides with this trend line. All right, and even during this downward trend line here from the top, we can see that when price got to this support, this resistance area here, it also coincided with the trend line there and hit that trend line and went to the downside. So there were signs that price was going to push downwards on Friday when price got there. So even before the NFT was released, if you were trading technically, you could have more or less predicted that price would push down. And if we go to the 4-hourly time frame where we normally take our entry, so this is what we're looking at. I was able to capitalize on the initial up move about 380 pips. And then when price got here, you can see price hitting this trend line here, which also coincides with this area, which is also a resistance area. We can see price testing this resistance area here, and then testing it here as well again for the second time. And then finally price came here to test it. Coincided with the trend line and resistance level, which are confluences, and rejected to the downside. Okay, so this is where we are at the moment, and what I'm expecting for this coming week is price heading down back into the zone as well as this trend lines, just somewhere around here. Two things can happen. Either price gets back to that area there and then rejects to the upside, breaking through this trend line again, as well as this support, this resistance area, coming to retest it and continue to the top. Okay. So this is one possibility that I am expecting to happen. When this happens, we'll see that we would have a double bottom pattern. Okay. And then price going to the top side. So if price, when price gets back down into this area here, all we are doing is we're waiting to see if there will be any sort of bullish signal, and that will be maybe a bullish candlestick pattern like a bullish pin bar or bullish engulfing candle. And then we have to use other confluences as well, and that would be one, formation of a double bottom pattern, two, coinciding with this trend line as well as the support level, and three, that would the candlestick pattern that forms over there. So that would give us a good indication to buy market. On the other hand, if we have a candlestick pattern that comes down and breaks this area, right, we could look for a retest into the back into this support on resistance, look for a sell candlestick pattern there and wait for price to sell to the downside. Okay, our confluences in this case will be a break of resistance of support, now resistance, and a break of trend line as well. And then also if we go to the higher time frames, we should see that price has either broken this completely on the daily time frame and closed below it, or price has formed a very strong bullish candle on the daily and is heading to the upside. So basically, when the market opens on Monday, all we are doing is being patient, waiting for price to get into this area here, and then we'll see what sort of reaction price makes, and that will guide our decision when the time comes. So just have this area mapped out in your on your chart, the 1937 zone, and it is a zone seeing that it's been tested here and this area as well, and we'll look for price reaction around that zone and we'll trade it accordingly. So this has been my video for gold. I hope you found this video very helpful. If you have, kindly leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to the channel for more analysis. Thank you very much for watching and have a great week ahead. Peace.
You know just what you do to me. Play my emotions like a pair of puppet strings.